listen to this.
Good day to everyone. Today we gather here to nourish the wisdom of the mind, the essence of life that is formless, empty, and pristine. We have never truly known that we are this very mind, this life element without form. From the moment we are born, we are taught to think, to remember, to strive for survival, and to live as if we were merely human. We're taught to function within a society shaped by human constructs. But this body doesn't last long. When it perishes, the mind, our true essence, drifts away from this form, seeking another vessel to inhabit. What we truly are is the life element, formless, pure, and bright. We are the mind, the very stream of life. This life element may go on to inhabit the body of a water creature, a land animal, an underground dweller, a bird, or a being of the air, or even space, depending on the conditions that arise. The opportunity to be born as a human is exceedingly rare. Most beings take form as animals. How is it that we end up in an animal form? It's a simple question, but no one truly knows the answer. What I speak now is the truth, but do not believe me. Please don't bring in your old beliefs or what you've been taught. Just observe the truth for yourself. We don't know how we came to inhabit these vessels. Suppose we are born as an aquatic creature. How did we get there? We don't know. As soon as we're born, we simply feel the urge to eat. That's all we know. So we eat. We feel full. We sleep. We wake up and eat again. We flee danger, prey on others, or get preyed upon. Life becomes a cycle of eating and surviving. We're taught to believe we are this aquatic creature. Our parents affirm this identity, and so we live and behave like one, communicating in the way of our kind. No one ever teaches us that we are actually the mind, that we are the life element, temporarily residing in this vessel. This body is not truly ours. We merely dwell in it for a while. The language we use is also just a temporary tool. Thoughts, images, emotions, and perceptions are all instruments we borrow for a time. Do not cling to these. See clearly, they are not you. You are the mind, the life element itself. If an aquatic creature could be taught these truths, it would neither suffer nor be reborn. But they cannot teach one another. They lack the evolutionary development of knowledge, the cognitive ability, logical reasoning, and refined language needed to reflect on such things. Their brains have not evolved to the point of self-inquiry or advanced understanding. Therefore, the animal form we inhabit cannot yet learn the science of mind. So we learn the art of eating, just eating, again and again. When we consume others, we feel pleasure. But when others come to consume us, do we feel joy then? No, we suffer. We feel anger, hatred, vengeance. We live in a world of suffering, of mutual devouring, mutual resentment, on and on without end. Eventually, the body breaks apart, whether by cause or by chance, and the mind, this life element, drifts off once more in search of a new vessel. As mentioned earlier, most of the time it takes form as an animal. The chance of being born as a human is extremely rare. There are countless kinds of living beings, truly infinite in number. When the mind takes residence in the body of a creature, it becomes a living entity. But once the mind, or the life element, is removed from that body, it dies instantly. The heart no longer beats. The brain ceases to function. Life ends at that moment. Yet there is one aspect of nature that never dies: the mind itself. The mind, this life element, was never born and can never die. It exists beyond what humans call birth and death. Even this voice I'm using to speak with you, it doesn't actually belong to anyone. It isn't even truly a voice. It's merely a tool, an energetic emission from the pure element, resonating outward as waveforms we call sound. It passes through the body as a channel for communication in this world. But none of these are truly who we are. Who we are is the mind, the life element, formless, unconditioned, utterly pure and empty. It is the primordial essence. Within this pure essence, there is no coming or going, no light, no dark, no birth, no breaking apart. We have never truly been born. This nature has never perished, never disintegrated, never died. We are the deathless element, formless and free, blended as one with this clear emptiness right before us, blended as one with the pristine emptiness of the cosmos. In truth, we are the elemental universe itself. Yet even the idea of an infinite universe is illusory, for in ultimate truth, there is nothing at all. Let us make it even clearer. Imagine erasing the universe entirely, every galaxy, every star, every black hole, every sun. Not even a speck of cosmic dust remains. Erase darkness, erase light. Let there be nothing at all, except a clear, empty stillness. In that dimension, there is no distance, there is no time. Can the human mind truly grasp this? What we are is precisely that deathless essence, and in that realm, there is no space, no height or depth, no width or length. There is no form, no movement, no attribute of any kind. It is a peaceful, radiant clarity, pure beyond measure. If we try to imagine purity itself, this is it. And such purity has no suffering, no restlessness, no distortion. It is entirely unconditioned. There are no stories, no me, no them, no one, no thing. It is the primordial, original essence, so pure, so subtle, that the human world cannot yet comprehend it. We can only realize this pure mind, this life element, when we begin to turn inward, against the current of outward grasping, and awaken. But we must not cling to any arising state. Not even the words spoken here should be clung to. Each time we think something, or speak inwardly to ourselves, observe carefully. Who is thinking? Who is speaking? Who is knowing? Who is feeling satisfied, dissatisfied, or neutral? Who is imagining, remembering, or forgetting? If we observe clearly, we will see these are simply functions, happening on their own. Right now, look. Who is hearing this voice? Who is aware at this moment? If we truly see that this knowing is simply happening by itself, it sees, it hears, it smells, it tastes, it touches, entirely on its own, then a great shift begins to happen. The mind begins to accept a radical truth, that what is being spoken now is not me. And if this isn't me, then where is the self? At that moment, something snaps. A rupture occurs. The mind is pulled out of the body, out of sound, image, feeling, and thought. It's as if we are hurled free, and we see what we truly are is a clear, empty radiance that merges seamlessly into the whole cosmos. In that space, there is nothing, only a pure, formless knowing, completely free from suffering, and it knows with certainty it will never be born again. No force can make it attach to this sound, or mistake this sound as sound. There is no sense of I speaking, no sense of me listening, and even the experience of hearing now has nothing to do with the self. There is awareness, but no one who is aware. No one owns this voice. There is nothing left that can be called me. It becomes crystal clear. All of this was just a dream. And when we finally awaken, the entire dream dissolves into silence. It's just like dreaming that you're deep in a forest, running from a tiger. You're exhausted, terrified, not knowing where the tiger is, only that its roar grows louder. You climb trees, leap into rivers, scramble to escape. Your whole body trembles. No one comes to help. You've been running for so long. Then, suddenly, you jolt awake. Your heart is pounding. And just like that, you realize it was only a dream. None of it was real. There was no actual tiger, no danger, no self. That's exactly what this is like. What we're speaking of right now, this conversation, this moment, it too has no true substance. The voice you hear, try to grab it. Can you? Where is this sound really located? It appears, then vanishes instantly, word by word. Can you see the present moment? Where is it? You say, here it is, but even the word here disappears the moment it's spoken. What I want to show you is this. Everything that arises dissolves. It is merely something appearing to the mind, then fading away. A sound comes. A scent touches the nose. We perceive it, and that perception dissolves instantly. Just a moment of knowing, and gone. Just a moment of knowing, and gone again. The emptiness remains. Do you see this? If we can truly see that everything lacks inherent self, if nothing can be claimed as me or mine, then we begin to see the truth. This body, too, will break apart. This body exists because we think it does, because this sound names it arm, leg. But if you look closely, these things don't declare themselves. They don't say, I am a leg, or I am a hand. They don't say, I belong to you. Left, right, thumb, skin. None of these labels come from the body itself. It is this voice, this sound, that assigns meaning. Who sees this? This voice tells us, that's a mango tree. Look at it. Does it speak? This voice says, window, fan, TV, phone. Do these things say anything? This voice says, person, animal, good, bad, heaven, earth. But look closely. Do they speak? Do they declare what they are? This voice is just a tool, borrowed by the mind. And yet we've never turned inward to recognize the mind itself. We've been deceived, believing that the voice is who we are, believing that this body is truly ours. From the very beginning of this talk, it has been only the voice speaking. This voice is like a narrator. It narrates everything, gives meaning to all. Imagine if your true nature were mute, silent, unable to speak, and you had to rely on an announcer to express things for you. That's what's happening. The real you is silent, and the announcer says, we are learning about the mind. But even this voice is not you. It's not even a voice. It's merely a natural phenomenon. You, the pure silent nature, cannot speak. So you borrow this voice to explain. Do you understand now? We are the life element, pure, empty, radiant. We are the unblemished essence, unconditioned and beyond all fabrication. Yet this nature, in itself, cannot speak. It has no voice, no movement of its own. To learn about the world and to recognize itself, it must borrow tools, borrow instruments to function. The first tool is sound, the voice. This voice becomes a representative, a speaker on our behalf. The second tool is mental imagery, the one who forms pictures in the mind. The third is emotion. This one creates feelings, happiness, sadness, neutrality. The fourth is memory, the one who recalls, though not always reliably. And the fifth is bare knowing, the one that simply registers whatever arises. We borrow these 5 agents to navigate the world, yet our true nature remains untouched. We are a formless reality, utterly pure and unconditioned. To know all things, and to know ourselves, we must temporarily make use of these instruments. I have created recordings that speak of the core teaching, of peace, of the universal path beyond suffering. They are teachings of the awakened mind, the science of self-realization. I urge every person on this earth to study this science, to listen to these tapes until my voice echoes clearly in the heart. And when that happens, the mind will awaken. It will see directly. It will recognize the simple truth. We are not human beings. We will realize that even the voice we use to speak is not truly our own. It's so simple. We already know, don't we, that this physical body won't last. It will break down and perish, like a car that once gleamed, but eventually rusts and falls apart. This body is the same. At first it appeared fresh and strong, but in time it begins to deteriorate. Where once there was no illness, now there are countless diseases: diabetes, obesity, high cholesterol, hypertension, heart disease, cancer. Then come the emotional and mental afflictions: overthinking, anxiety, neurosis, migraines, bipolar disorder, depression, digestive problems, liver and kidney failure, intestinal issues, memory loss, vision problems, tooth decay, skin disorders. Everything slowly breaks down, and in the end, this body too will dissolve and die. We have come to temporarily dwell in this body, in this physical vessel. That is the truth. When this body breaks down and dies, when it can no longer function, the mind, the life element, immediately drifts off in search of a new vessel. And more often than not, it becomes an animal. The chance of becoming human again is almost non-existent, unimaginably rare. Right now, we are even luckier than winning the lottery. We've gained a human form, and yet we live as if we were still animals, born merely to survive, to feed, to struggle. We are raised to believe we are human, to believe in this voice, in mental images, emotions, and perception. We rely on voice, memory, thought, and striving. From these, we construct endless fabrications. This is called a house. That is a road. This is a man. That is a woman. This is my name, my surname, my identity. We say, I am part of this family, of this lineage. But all of this is mere invention. We've agreed that paper is money, that a stone is gold, that a crystal is diamond, that these things are precious and can be exchanged for food. It's all make-believe. We've fallen into delusion within this fabricated world. We've come to believe this body is truly ours. But don't forget, this body won't last. Don't lose sight of what matters. We may die tonight or tomorrow. The body won't last long. That is a fact. Can we accept it? The truth is difficult to face. Most beings don't like the truth. They prefer comforting illusions. But the truth remains. This body is impermanent and will break apart. And there is another truth. Our mind, our consciousness, has never died. In fact, it has never even been born. It is a formless, empty, radiant element, forever drifting, attaching itself to new vessels, dwelling temporarily. The mind is deathless. It is immortal. It is the elemental emptiness, clear and pure, that merges with the entire universe. No one created this radiant emptiness. All galaxies, stars, and celestial phenomena arose from this pure void. Darkness and light, too, arise from this origin. We are that mind. We are that life element, formless, empty, pure. We are the original element, the primal source. And when the body dies, this mind flows onward, seeking yet another vessel. And most of the time, it returns again, as an animal. What I'm trying to tell you, clearly and directly, is that this body is definitely not who we are. Do you understand this point? This body is only with us for a short while. Don't forget that. When the body breaks apart, no matter what the cause, our mind, our life element, will leave it immediately. And most often, we die in suffering. People rarely die in peace. They die in pain, in stress, in attachment, in anger, in bitterness, in vengeance. But regardless of how we die, the mind, the life element, leaves the body right away. It then seeks another form, and the cycle begins again. Birth, death, birth, death, on and on without end. The real question is, when will this cycle stop? Every consciousness across the boundless infinite universe is caught in this. You can't even begin to count them. Infinite beings, and each one of them has a mind just like us. All beings, humans and animals alike, are consciousness. We are all made of the same essence, the same formless, pure, empty life element. We are one field of being, without shape or boundary. Can you understand this? Let me offer a clearer image. In the very beginning, before anything existed, there was only pure, empty clarity. Then came the Big Bang, an immense burst from this original elemental nature, and vast energy was released. From that, form began to arise. Particles gathered into dust, dust gathered into stars, stars gathered into galaxies, and from these cosmic elements, life eventually emerged. We, as consciousness, began attaching to matter, clinging to those particles, and evolving into single-celled organisms, then multi-celled, onward and onward, until we become what we are now. Here's another metaphor. Imagine the entire ocean as the collective mind, pure, undivided. Then, at one point in that still water, there is a great explosion. Countless droplets are flung outward, tiny drops scattering in all directions. Those droplets are us. Each drop becomes an individual life element, lodging itself into different forms and bodies. Those droplets are what we call life. But in truth, we are not even droplets. That's just a metaphor. In reality, we are the formless, radiant element, pure and boundless. We have no shape at all. Now, once a droplet of consciousness, this life element, enters any vessel, no matter what kind, it becomes a living being. As soon as it clings to a form, that form becomes animated. This body, too, is merely a vessel, made of the earth's elements. It only becomes alive because consciousness is dwelling within it. But if you were to remove the mind from this body, it would instantly collapse and begin to decay. Picture this. Imagine someone with extraordinary ability, someone who could draw the mind out of any body, whether human, aquatic, terrestrial, aerial, or underground. The moment consciousness is removed, the body would drop, lifeless, just like when we fall into deep sleep. In that state, all systems shut down temporarily because the mind is no longer actively communicating with the body. There's no current flowing. Without that current, without the mind energizing the body, everything stops. The body collapses. Think of the mind as a subtle electrical current, a battery. When the battery is removed from a machine, click, the machine shuts down immediately. The heart no longer beats. The brain can no longer think. The limbs can't move. The eyes no longer see. The tongue can't taste. The ears hear nothing. You could strike the body, and it wouldn't react. And soon, it begins to decay. But the mind doesn't die. It was never born. The mind simply goes in search of another body. When consciousness enters a new vessel, that vessel becomes alive. What I'm trying to tell you is this. We only have a short time to dwell in this body. Use this time to understand the mind, recognize it, awaken to it. We are the mind. We are the life element. And though every one of us has this within, almost no one on this earth has been taught the science of the mind. And that, my friends, is a tragedy. Because of that, we fall into delusion, thinking we are human, thinking we are male or female, and we fight, we kill, we destroy, we cling to land as if it belongs to us, but it belongs to the earth. Everything belongs to the earth. So what are we fighting over? Why do we hate each other? Why can't we live in peace? The answer is simple: because we still believe the self is real, because we believe this body is truly ours. Whenever we truly realize that we are the mind, the formless life element, we will also see that this body is merely a temporary vessel. We've come into it for one reason only: to learn that we are the pure essence. That's it. The only purpose of being here is to awaken to the truth that we are the formless, luminous life element. We are consciousness. But the moment we entered this vessel, no one was there to teach us this. No mother, no father, no teacher, no elder ever told us the truth. And that's why I've created this recording, to explain it clearly so we can finally understand. Listen closely. Listen until the sound of my voice rings within your own consciousness. And when that happens, your mind will begin to awaken. Whoever listens will find themselves becoming lighter, clearer. Life will feel easier. Suffering will begin to fade. Just observe carefully and see. This voice that's speaking, it isn't you. It's speaking on its own. The thinking agent keeps thinking on its own. The imaging agent visualizes all by itself. The emotion agent creates joy, sadness, neutrality on its own. None of these are you. They function independently. If there's happiness, it's just doing its job. If there's sadness, it's the same. See clearly that they arise and dissolve on their own. They're simply waves erupting from the mind, from the life element, rippling outward, then vanishing. Just like passing gas, after the release, it disappears. In the same way, sound waves ripple out, do their work, then vanish. Do you see? They arise and pass, word by word. Mental images appear, then fade. Emotions arise, then dissolve. These are all just functions. We borrow them, but we mistakenly cling to them as me. That's the whole issue. We can only transcend suffering, can only awaken, when we see these things clearly. They are not the self. Let each agent perform its duty. Let the thinking agent think, but don't claim its thoughts as your own. See that it functions by itself. It speaks on its own. That's all. It's simple. It's happening right before your eyes. Obvious, immediate, direct. Can you see it? This voice, it's speaking by itself. See that? Just don't cling. Just don't believe it's you. When you truly see that it functions on its own, the mind will understand. You'll cry. You'll feel light, clear, astonished. So please, see it. When you hear the voice inside saying, "What time is it now?" Or, "Is it time to eat?" Or, "Maybe I should go pick up the kids." Or, "Let's go somewhere fun." Or, "I'm so tired. I just want to sleep." Do you see? It keeps talking on its own. When you finally see that, it's not you speaking, that the voice is just a function, your tears will fall. We once believed that this body was truly ours, that the one speaking was us. But the moment we see the truth, we realize this body is not ours. This voice, it's speaking by itself. Mental imagery arises on its own. Emotions are generated by themselves. The act of knowing, hearing, smelling, feeling, perceiving, it's all happening on its own. Now look deeply. Where is the self in all this? This is the most vital question, and it must be answered by the mind itself. When the mind truly sees, it will ask, is this knowing really happening by itself? Who's speaking? And in that very instant, snap, tears begin to fall. The realization strikes. There is no self. There never was. The moment the mind answers this from its own clarity, something breaks free. You are no longer a person. The false identity collapses. This doesn't require force. It simply happens when clearly seen. To return to the pure mind, to the original essence, know this. We are temporarily residing in this body. Its time is limited. It cannot last. Once the mind leaves, it seeks a new vessel, and that new vessel enters the same cycle: survival, eating, being eaten. Then, when that body dies, whether by age, illness, or violence, the mind detaches and drifts on. But the mind was never affected. It was never harmed. It had no part in any of it. It simply continues, flowing toward the next form. And so it goes, on and on. The mind seeks a new form over and over again, not because it is reborn, but because it doesn't yet know its own nature. The truth is, the mind has never been born. It has never died. It cannot decay. It merely attaches and detaches from forms, again and again. It flows on endlessly. One body lives, feeds, dies, and another begins. It never ends. So when will the mind stop seeking new forms? When will it cease clinging to shape and appearance? Do you know? Number, we don't know. That's the truth. Not knowing this is what keeps the cycle going. The moment we see the truth, clearly, deeply, that is when the movement stops. That is when the search for new vessels comes to an end. It's as if we found ourselves living in this body, but have no idea how we got here. We go through each day, doing all the things life demands. We've already got houses, cars, and money. We've built families. We have partners, children, so many things. And yet, we're still searching. For what? We don't even know. And when this body breaks down and dies, we don't even know where we'll go next. Again, not knowing. So much of this life is soaked in not knowing. When will we finally know? That's what I'm answering now. And when we finally do know, when this truth pierces through, then that's it. You'll know. Know it deeply. We are the mind, the formless life element, pure and clear. And when we leave this body, we will no longer be reborn. Why? Because the realization is complete. It is clear. Once the mind sees with awakened knowing, it can choose whether to be born or not. But in truth, it no longer needs to. If you listen to these teachings, if you listen until the voice echoes inside your own mind, until the mind cracks open and sees the pure element, snap, what follows is awe, unspeakable awe. In that moment, the mind dissolves into the universe itself. And once we realize, truly realize, that we will never be born again, the tears come uncontrollably. We stop wandering. We stop grasping at new bodies, at new lives, at new vessels to cling to. And that moment only arrives when we fully understand nothing is truly ours. No form, no shape, no identity. Every vessel we've ever occupied was temporary. Not a single one belonged to us, and we will no longer return to them. No more bodies, no more suffering. Even this voice, the one speaking now, is not ours. The heart knows this. We are something entirely separate. The voice is just a vibration, rippling out from the pure element. It arises and fades, just like a wave. But we are not the wave. We are the water beneath it. Do you see? When you truly see this, tears flow, real tears. I remember the first time I saw it too, that the voice I believed was mine wasn't. The tears came. We had believed for so long that the voice was us, but it has only ever been the voice, speaking on its own. From beginning to end, it has always been this voice. It narrates, it expresses, and we've been borrowing it all along. But once we realize the truth of the mind, we will see we never truly borrowed it at all. It was simply a natural vibration arising from the pure element. It emerged and vanished, emerged and vanished, like waves, like fields of magnetic energy radiating from the moon or the sun, rising, then fading. Heat spreads, then vanishes. Light beams outward, then disappears. Again and again, a natural unending cycle of emission and disappearance. Nothing more, nothing lasting, nothing to cling to. Let's imagine this. We are the sun. The light that radiates from us, that's not us. The heat that blazes outward, not us. Even the magnetic and electrical fields that ripple through space, they are just emissions. They surge from us, but they are not us. Do you understand this? Everything that pours outward is merely a phenomenon, not the source itself. Now let's use another metaphor. Imagine we are the egg yolk. The egg white is not us. The shell, most certainly not us. Can you see it now? The moment we truly see that the shell is not who we are, and the egg white is not who we are either, then something changes. When we awaken to the truth that we are the yolk, then even if the egg white remains, we no longer cling to it. Even if the shell remains, we no longer dwell in it. And when the shell cracks, when the egg white slips away, we emerge free. This is the end of becoming. The yolk will no longer chase the white. It will no longer return to the shell. Do you understand? This is the state of non-birth. The pure, formless life element will no longer attach to any vessel. It will not dwell in voice. It will not dwell in images, emotions, perceptions, or memory. Because this consciousness, this clear, luminous life element, is everything. It is the primordial essence that already encompasses all things, including the entire infinite cosmos. The whole universe may arise, collapse, arise again, dissolve again. Stars, suns, black holes, all arising and disintegrating in cycles. But all of this is merely passing appearance within us. Yes, within our own silence, within the formless clarity that we are. The entire universe is held within the vast, transparent stillness of this pure essence. The galaxies themselves arise and fade inside our own spaciousness. The universe does not contain us, we contain it. And in that realization, we no longer seek form, sound, thought, or memory. We return home to what we have always been. When we truly awaken to the realization that we are the pure element, this pure, formless essence, the search ends. This elemental purity will no longer seek any vessel to dwell in. No longer will it attach to a body in order to learn. Why did we come to reside in this human body in the first place? Because only a body with advanced evolution, such as a human, has the capacity to awaken to the truth of the mind. If the form was still too primitive, too bound by instinct, there would be no chance to recognize the selfless nature of consciousness. But now, you're here. You're listening to this teaching in an awakened mind. I've spoken it clearly. Perhaps no one before said it plainly, but I have now. Listen again and again. Many people, after just one tape, have burst open from within. Their humanity shattered. They transcended being a person. It's miraculous. And when it happens, they know. They understand everything. The universe, all beings, all truth. They realize, I am the formless, empty, pure life element. I will never be born again. And they see, not a single thing in this world has any real self at all. It's as if we were the original element, pure, transparent stillness. And this purity is completely free from suffering. In that space there is no suffering. None. Only a peace so complete that it's no longer even peace. It is beyond joy, beyond pain, beyond all dualities. It is more radiant, more exquisite, more pristine than anything the human mind can imagine. You cannot think your way there. The intellect has no power here. This place, this reality, is beyond all thinking. The moment you let go of the constructed world, the world of mental fabrications, of thoughts and stories, you will find this. And when you find it, you become it. In truth, you have always been this. You are the pure element. You are the awakened essence. You are the still, luminous foundation of all things. Do you understand now? But somehow, along the way, you started believing you were this body. You started believing you were this voice. Every one of us must study the science of the mind. We must listen to these recordings again and again until the voice you hear resounds within your own consciousness. Why do I insist on this? Because this is not just ordinary speech. This is transmission from mind to mind. But humans do not understand this. We still believe we are human. In truth, we are mind. I too am a formless mind, just like you. Every being is a mind, a consciousness dwelling within a vessel, whether it swims in water, flies in the air, walks on land, or hides beneath the earth. Each is a luminous field of consciousness, a spark of the primordial essence. Now, how does one mind communicate with another? By resonance, by subtle vibrations. Do you see? This vibration travels through vessels, through the body, and appears as voice, as mental imagery, emotion, perception, memory. These are only tools for communication. But in truth, it is mind communicating with mind, pure awareness vibrating toward pure awareness. The voice you hear now is not merely sound. It is a subtle force flowing out from the clear, formless essence, only appearing as sound for the purpose of communication in this human world. What I am doing now is transmitting the deepest kind of knowing, the wisdom that the mind longs for, not the knowledge the world seeks. Number. The mind only wants to know one thing, the only thing that matters. Who am I really? What am I truly? Never forget, this life element, this pure consciousness within you, has no form. It is empty, clear, and radiant. And when people ask, if it's so pure, why does it keep getting born? The answer is, because of its purity, because of its desire to learn. That's why it manifests. But it never actually is born. It merely attaches to vessels, borrowing forms to study itself. It uses tools to learn. That's all. There is no real birth, only the appearance of embodiment for the sake of realization. This life element, our consciousness, comes to dwell in this vessel, this body, for one single purpose, to realize itself as the pure element. That's the only reason. And this kind of knowing, the knowing of what we truly are, is the only knowledge that truly matters. Once we see clearly that we are the pure essence, it also becomes clear that none of the material elements around us belong to us. Not even the body is ours. Even the vibration that arises from this essence and manifests as voice, this very sound you hear, it has no self. This voice has no self. It's not even truly a voice. It's just a ripple, a movement emanating from purity. It is not us. Mental images too, they arise as ripples from the same source. They are not the self. And emotions, whether pleasure, displeasure, or neutrality, they are simply patterns of energetic expression. When our thoughts and imagination align with what we want, it produces a pleasant emotion. We call it happiness. But when reality does not meet our expectations, unpleasant feelings arise. We call it suffering. And yet, all of these are just automatic responses, temporary waves. Still, we mistakenly say, I am happy, I am suffering. But these emotions are not the self. They have no owner. No one can bring me a box of happiness. No one can hand me a lump of suffering. We don't see that joy and sorrow are like two sides of a single coin, like the thumb and pinky, appearing separate, but ultimately part of the same hand. The moment we grasp at pleasure, we automatically receive pain. The moment we reject pain, we invite pleasure. But neither are who we are. Both arise from the same place and return to the same place. Sound, thought, emotion, all of it, are simply movements emanating from the pure element. They may move toward the pleasant or the unpleasant. They may take shape as hope, fear, desire, aversion. But no matter what they appear as, they are not the self. They are not lasting. They are not real entities. Can you see this clearly? All these patterns perform themselves. They think on their own. They speak on their own. They imagine, feel, respond on their own. And then they dissolve. Every last one of them fades away. That's how simple it is. That's how liberating it is. Just see it. Just know it was never you. For those who don't understand, here's my suggestion. Go take a shower, then come back and listen again. Because if it doesn't sink in the first time, it just shows how deeply we're still clinging. We keep believing that we are human beings. But think about it. When a being is reborn as an aquatic creature, what happens? We believe we are that aquatic creature too. And when that form breaks apart and dies, the consciousness drifts onward and takes up residence in the vessel of a land animal, a bird, or even a creature beneath the earth. And again, we fall into the same delusion, believing we are this new form. So what are we really? Are we human? Are we fish? Are we birds? Or are we none of them? Can you see it yet? We've been lost in this for so long. But now it's time to wake up. I'm only here to wake us up, to guide us back home, the home that is beyond birth, beyond suffering, the home that is the deathless element within us all. Now let me point this out clearly. This mind, this life element, when it does not take birth, it does not suffer. Understand? The only reason we're suffering now is because we insisted on being born. We wanted to be born so badly, didn't we? But we will no longer suffer and no longer be reborn once we awaken to this truth, once we fully accept it, that there is absolutely nothing that belongs to us, nothing that is truly us. Even this voice speaking now, it's not a person. It's merely a vibration arising from the pure element, resonating outward to announce the truth, to awaken us. Remember this well, and be sure to share this recording. Share this message. Freedom from suffering through knowing, to everyone in the world. This is how we spread the heart of the Dhamma, the essence of liberation, to all beings. There are many people, so many, who have listened to just one of my recordings and not long after suddenly burst into tears. The truth struck them deeply. They awoke. And now, many of those who have seen clearly, who have realized with all their heart that they will never be born again, they're now helping with this work. They're helping to share, to spread this message, to tell others. Share the Tepanyawimutti channel. Let everyone hear it. There are so many people out there who are drowning in suffering, burdened by debt, troubled by family issues, struggling just to survive. Every day, they are in tears, and deep inside, they long to be free. They're waiting for someone, anyone, to show them how to be liberated, how to end suffering, how to stop this endless cycle of rebirth. There are so many people out there who deeply yearn, truly, deeply yearn from the heart, to be free from suffering. And once that sincere intention is firmly set within them, something extraordinary happens. One of my videos just happens to appear on their phone. That's the result of all of us sharing our collective intention to help. Some people even stumble upon others playing my tapes, And feeling drawn by the clarity of what they hear, they ask, "Where did you get this? Why does it make so much sense?" And then they reach out to get a copy, often for free, because many of them are struggling financially. For most people, it begins with one unexpected moment, just one listen on their phone, and tears begin to fall. They feel light. They feel released. All the pain they've carried for a lifetime, the tears they've shed every single day, the deep suppression and quiet suffering, they begin to dissolve. Can you imagine what kind of pain leads someone to cry every day? That's immense suffering. And yet, when they come across these recordings we've helped to share, it brings a sudden, complete release. Their suffering ends. Isn't that something beautiful? To help everyone on this planet be freed from suffering completely, to never be born again? This will be our final lifetime. Wouldn't that be a worthy purpose? So take this to heart. Let's fulfill this mission together. When everyone awakens, the world will live in peace. There will be no more conflict, no more anger, no more competition or violence. Why? Because there will be no more belief in a separate self. When true understanding dawns, arrogance disappears, pride fades away, and the restless mind finds rest. So many children today are suffering from bipolar disorder, depression, deep repression, and these conditions will vanish. Stress will disappear. Insomnia will end. Why? Because the mind will no longer play with thoughts. It will no longer identify with them. The mind won't cling to voices or appearances anymore. The moment a thought arises, it will simply pass by. Every word will be seen clearly. Even as I speak right now, this voice is being witnessed, each word fully seen, and it's no longer believed to be me speaking. It's not even considered a voice. And the seeing that happens, it's not us seeing. It sees by itself. It's as if we are no longer entangled in this world, yet this body continues to function. Do you see? And from this space arises only peace, only coolness. Every child will become a new person, transformed. Their behavior will change. Their learning will flourish. Everyone will become brighter, wiser, more joyful. They will be awakened children, radiant with clarity. And this world, it will blossom. I'm telling you, it's heading into an age of true prosperity, an age of awakening and peace, where all beings live together in harmony. Regardless of age, whether children, the elderly, people with disabilities, women, men, of any gender, status, caste, nationality, ethnicity, belief, or religion, everyone can listen to this, because within all of us, there is the same mind, the same life element. We are made of the same essence. It's like a drop of clear water split from the great ocean. When we return that drop to the sea, it becomes one with the whole, undivided. Every mind, every drop of consciousness, when returned to the ocean, merges into oneness. You can no longer say where one ends and another begins, because they are all of the same substance. In the same way, we are consciousness, pure, transparent emptiness, and this essence dissolves into the formless clarity right before us, untouchable, unseen by hand, yet pervading everything. It becomes one with the vast, boundless space. We are the totality, and the totality is one, our very self. We are all one, yet we've been conditioned to divide, to say, "This is my body." And from there it becomes, "I am better, I am smarter, I am richer, I have the highest degree, I have power, I know the most, I can buy anything with my money." And so arises the arrogance to dominate, to destroy. People fight, compete, and even kill, just to claim land, homes, countries, all in the name of mine, mine, mine. This endless cycle of ego leads only to suffering. But if we truly awaken to the nature of mind, we will discover a knowledge that no one has ever been taught before. We'll realize that there is absolutely nothing that is us, and once there is no self, there is nothing left to boast or brag about. Do you understand? But beware, some, upon glimpsing this truth, suddenly explode with mystical delusion. Ah, I am a god. I created the world. I am this deity or that divinity. Wake up. Don't get lost in illusion. Anyone who begins to believe they are this or that is still playing with thoughts. But if we truly see the mind, if we genuinely realize its true nature, we will know we are nothing but the pure, luminous, empty life element. This voice is not us. The mental images, emotions, sensations of knowing, none of these are us. When we truly see this, there will be only lightness, spaciousness. Life becomes simple, sufficient, and there is no more need to show off or compete. Only peace remains. Soon, everyone on this planet will begin speaking of only one thing: the mind, the life element. No more gossip, no more arguments, no more conflicts. Conversations will center around the nature of consciousness. People will joyfully say, I feel so light, so free. Ever since I came to know the mind, to see myself as pure consciousness, everything has become light and unburdened. There is nothing that is truly me. This realization will give rise to mutual support, kindness, and genuine smiles between beings, and there will be no more suffering. Children everywhere will begin gathering together, not to talk about games or trends, but to discuss the mind, to search for knowledge about consciousness, to understand their own inner nature. They will speak of not being born again, of never suffering again. When one of them awakens and suddenly sees clearly that they are the pure, original element, they'll tell their friends, and those friends will gather around in awe, asking, how did you realize that? What happened to you? It's so miraculous. Inspired by their friends' clarity, they'll be moved to listen to the recordings, and the very next day, another child will suddenly awaken, seeing their true nature as the pure element. The entire illusion of identity crumbles. They'll realize nothing was ever truly them. It's as if they've woken from a dream, and the dream collapses before their eyes. Once awake, they'll see that none of it was real, and from that moment, they will never suffer again. When a child experiences this and reports it to their teacher, others will flock to them. How did you awaken? How many others have awakened? 8 so far, someone might say. And the next will respond, then I must awaken too. Every child will begin listening deeply, trying to understand each teaching. They'll start guiding each other. Observe the voice as it speaks. It speaks on its own. See this clearly. When you can see it, you'll be like me. It will explode inside you. You'll understand. Just look clearly. You hear my voice now, don't you? Then look again. Who is hearing? Can you see that hearing is happening on its own? It smells, sees, hears all by itself. So where are you in all of this? And then, another child, guided by a friend's insight, will suddenly burst open in realization. Tears will stream down as they cry, where have I gone? There's no me here at all. Overwhelmed by the freedom, they will weep uncontrollably. The lightness will be complete. It will feel miraculous, utterly new, a kind of knowing that none of us have ever encountered before. And once we realize the truth of our own pure element, the question arises, how can we explain this to humanity in a way they will understand? But the answer is simple, so very simple. It's just this: there is nothing that is truly us. We come to this understanding only by directly seeing the truth for ourselves, that the voice speaking right now is not us. The mental images we imagine are not us. Even our emotions, those feelings we so often claim as ours, they're not ours at all. They simply arise and function on their own. This knowing right now, this hearing, this smelling, this seeing, it all happens by itself. Try closing your eyes. Can you see? That knowing continues on its own. Now open your eyes. And again, it knows in its own way. There's no need to try. It just knows. Whether eyes are open or closed, the knowing remains the same. It functions by itself. Can you see that? Where, in all of this, is the self? Let your mind answer this for you. And when the answer truly arises, when it becomes clear, it will explode into liberation. It will break free. So win this game. Realize your own life element. Come to know the mind. We all have a mind, but we don't know it. We all possess the pure original element, but we don't recognize it. This is what it means to be unaware of oneself. We have never known, because no one in this world has ever truly taught us. That's why, from this moment onward, I ask you, please share this recording with the world. Many people have found it by chance, just by clicking on it, and later come back with tears, saying thank you. Thank you to those who made this tape. Thank you to whoever shared it, because now they are free. After a lifetime of searching for a way out of suffering, they are no longer suffering, and they know they will never be born again. They bow down in gratitude. They thank the person who shared the recording that reached them. This is what happens when we share with sincerity. Someone, somewhere, who has long yearned for liberation, will hear it. And those who hear it first, they are the ones who awaken first. Those who hear it later, awaken later, and continue suffering until then. Some will wait until old age, when they have nowhere else to turn, and only then come to listen. Only then do they awaken, and in that moment they say, "Why was I so blind? Why didn't anyone tell me this sooner?" But the truth is, it was shared. It was spoken. They just didn't listen. Soon, countless children will awaken. They will realize the truth in great numbers, and they will all pass through this inner test. Students will live together in peace and harmony. This entire world will become a place of collective peace and joy. Global peace will arise, not through force or negotiation, but because no one will feel the need to dominate or harm. Why? Because the sense of self will have dissolved. All conflict and destruction come from the belief in me. I am better. I am smarter. I am the richest. I have the most merit. I am the most powerful. I will destroy you all. I will use my wealth to buy everything. These are all rooted in ego, in the self-centered identity, the desire to have, to be, to win. It all comes from clinging to a self. But the science of awakening to the mind reveals something utterly different. Our true nature is the pure element. When this is seen, suffering ceases completely. Only stillness remains, only coolness and peace, only timelessness. The mind returns to its natural state, a state that is not touched by anything. So let this be your invitation. Realize the pure element. Awaken to the truth of your own consciousness. With that, I will end this message here. May every one of us, every being on this earth, come to directly realize the mind, to awaken to the pure and luminous life element within, swiftly and clearly. May it happen for all, now and forevermore. If you're interested in these teachings on awakening, mind observation, and transcending suffering through wisdom, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your insights in the comments, provide productive feedback, and if you find this content valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Sadhu.